Hello all, it's Sharon and
Nate.
in today's video I want to share with you all our homeschool cart. So in our old apartment, we had a 2-bedroom apartment with no living room. So there was like a front room that had its own door and then a back room, which was Nate's room, and then the bathroom, obviously. And then there was a large kitchen. So all our homeschool stuff was in the kitchen. But I also had this cart set up where I could bring the cart into the living room in case Nate wanted to work out there, which often happened a lot of times. He's more comfortable just, sitting on the sofa and working with me. So, in this new apartment, I had set up the homeschool cart, but I think because now our apartment's smaller and the homeschool room is in the living room and the kitchen is all one room now, basically. So we don't really need the homeschool cart anymore. So I think I'm going to be giving the cart to Nate so he could use it for storage. And I thought I'd just come on here and show you how we had our homeschool cart set up, maybe give you some ideas in case you want to do something similar. It does come in handy for having all your homeschool supplies in one area. So on the side of the cart here, we have the Melissa and Doug calendar. And then as you turn it, I'll show you all the different levels. But on the top here is where I have Nate's work boxes and his curriculum books. So yeah, just 2 work boxes and his fun box. So yeah, that's where the work boxes are. So this works perfect for a lot of storage. That's why I kind of like this setup. But I'm going to put up on the screen here. I'm thinking of getting this drawer system to hold his science stuff. And then instead of having these work boxes, you'll have 2 drawers with like the workbox kind of system like that, because he prefers when it's in drawers and not all mixed up in these bins. I try my best to keep things in Ziploc bags, but he prefers the drawer system. And we had a nice cart in the past, but it just doesn't fit in the new space. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find homes for all these items, but I just thought this is an excellent idea if you are short on homeschool space, to have a cart like this, because it does hold a lot of things. This blue cart is made out of metal, so it is magnetic, which I like as well, because I can just use magnets if we're doing a certain lesson. And the cart itself was from Michael's, I believe. So as you come down here, we have his crayon box, which has the like jumbo crayons. He uses those a lot. There is this dry erase activity cards from Dollarama, and in there, I'll just show you the other side. So I have this little caddy there with different rulers, scissors, glue, highlighters, all his fun pens and pencils. And then he loves these like rainbow crayons as well. So yeah, this little caddy, I'll just probably put it on his desk. And then over here we have some books. So these are the books we're reading throughout the month of May. There's also one about Queen Victoria, but that's on our learning shelf. And then lastly we have our book about flowers. And then over here I have some like games that are like educational and fun. So this is charades, which is hilarious. And then we have the brain quest. And then back there is a bunch of different decks. Mostly came from Dollar Store. I'll pull out the little bin to show you what's in there, but they're just educational, like phonics cards and stuff like that. So I thought I would show you the brain quest cards. So we have grade 1, ages 6 to 7, and then the second grade, which is 7 to 8. This question and answers. So a lot of these card decks came from Dollar Tree or Dollarama. We have this game back here. There's Beat the Parents. There's Time and Money, Multiplication. There's also this one, which is the 3-letter words, which comes in handy for spelling practice. Some phonics cards. Same difference, came from, I think, from the Dollar Tree. It's a fun little game. Another pack of multiplication. These came from Dollarama with these little splashing toys. And there's different mermaids, different sea creatures and stuff. So we just like to tell stories about the fun little animals on here. And then there's Family Feud. And then these are really fun. These are really nicely illustrated cards. I'll show you some of them. Yeah, these cards are really nicely illustrated. And what I like about them also is there's lots of information about the mammal or reptile. So I really like these ones. I believe these ones I got on Amazon somewhere. But yeah, they have a lot of information on them. So down here we have this green box here. I'll open it up now and show you what's in there. But they're just little prizes from the Dollar Tree and Dollarama, because he has little tickets that he collects for different items. He can also trade them in for a Switch game eventually. So I'll show you what's in this bin first. So yeah, there's this fun little things from the dollar stores, lots of little Legos. These ones here come off the Lego magazines, this one and this one. And then we have this one from the Dollar Tree that has 5 surprise toys. There is another yo-yo in here. This little Lego from Dollarama. Some of these glowing, I'm sorry, not glowing, growing little sea creatures. This little airplane here, I had these when I was a kid. This one came from Canadian Tire. And these little aliens that are like a slingshot, they came from the Dollar Tree. And then down here we have a bunch of different sticker packs for his workbooks. When he completes his work, he can get a sticker. And then we have this little rainbow box here where there's also these tickets here. So he can collect 10 tickets and then he can get this card here. And then once he gets 10 of these cards, he can trade it in for maybe a Switch game, depending on the price of the game. So yeah, we just keep those in there. And then underneath there, I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way and I'll show you this cool magnet board. And then I have this magnet board here. I've had this for a while, so I'm not too sure where this one came from. You want to show them how it works? So yeah, there's this little magnetic balls that come up when he draws on it. So this is comes in handy, especially when I'm doing like a read aloud or I want him to write, you know, different words down. It's just a fun way of doing it. And then underneath that, we just have 2 of the dry erase boards for letter practice where we write different words down. And these ones all came from the, there's 2 of them in here. There's the one with the alphabet and without the alphabet. I believe those came from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this homeschool cart with you all. Because like I said, if you have a smaller area, it does come in handy for keeping all your homeschool supplies in one area. But also if you have a child like mine that likes to work in different rooms, this also comes in handy because you can move it around throughout your house. So I like that as well. But I think for now I'm going to give this to Nate, and he can definitely use it for some toy storage, and I will rehome some of these items and maybe put them on his desk instead. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video, and I will talk to you in my next one.
Take care. Bye for now.